All right. When I first started investing in myself and really got serious about continuing to learn things, especially with business and financial education, there was a lot of books that I went to initially. Um, I think when I first got serious in the first 2 or 3 months, I read um, easily 3 books a week for the first three months or so, 3 or 4 months. And I've read probably close to 250 books or so in the last, probably about the last year at least. um, and most of them had to do with self improvement, financial literacy and education, and business, and a couple other little things along the way. When I first started, I tried to think back on the books that I first went to try to get my mind in a better spot, not the right spot, a better spot. At least be better than I was. I had to write them down because there was a few. um, in my whole list, I have so many, and you can Google different people who inspire you and that you kind of vibe with a little bit better. There are some people that I vibe with better in terms of motivational speakers, business content, um, strategy, and that kind of thing. But here's a couple that I first went to. 7 Years to Seven Figures. That was a really good book about not just relying on your job, but making yourself valuable to other people in a way that they kind of cut you in on the deal. That's the goal anyway. Um, Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success by Steve Harvey. I love Steve Harvey. Anything by him, motivational or spiritual, I love it. He's awesome. I love him. The Power of Positive Thinking. That was an awesome book about getting your mindset right. Um, really looking forward to things and how we kind of we definitely create our own realities. What you think on um, most is going to manifest in your life. So, uh, Think and Grow Rich is a good business book, along with Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's a pretty common, easy go to for a lot of people when they're first starting in their financial journey. Um, it's just a really common book. So, uh, Empire Builder by Elena Cardone is a really good one. Page 65 specifically in Builder is one of my favorite pages. I go back and I reread it quite often. And that whole thing is really good. It's about finding a partner, knowing yourself, trusting yourself, really having those, what everyone says are hard conversations, but necessary to be able to have a beneficial life together and build an empire. Um, so that's good. Let's see. Closer's Survival Guide and Sell or Be Sold is by Grant Cardone. Grant and Elena are married. They're the power couple. Grant is really good at and sales, networking, persuasion, and I would say scripts, sales scripts, and that kind of thing. How to word things, prepare yourself, prepare your mind for rejection, how to come back from that, different scenarios and outcomes that you can do and process. So those are both really good books. Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor, who recently passed away. Um, he I've read all of his books, but that was one of the ones that I went to initially about changing your vibration, your thought process, what you think about, and how you're going to manifest that in your life. And the last big one that I can remember really looking into was The Richest Man in Babylon. That's one of my favorite books. I recommend it to everybody. It simplifies the concept of saving and investing really easy in terms that I think everybody can understand. And I like it because not only does it explain saving and investing, but it also gives kind of the pluses and minuses of each one, and why investing is just as important, if not more so, than saving. Also, with being smart with how you invest it and what you do with your money. Also, with it explains in a really good way that how when your lifestyle increases, if your pay increases with your lifestyle, you know, you can never really get out of debt until you discipline yourself and your thinking and your money and your mind. So there's a couple really good books that I started out with. Um, if you have some that you really, really like, definitely let me know. I have probably read it at this point, but there is so many books out there. I'm always open to learning new things. So